What has 4 eyes but cannot see?
I don't know. What is it?
Mississippi! The state that we're in. We have been...
You have to cut me out and put a laugh track.
We've spent the last week about 30 minutes south of Hattiesburg, Mississippi at the Paul B. Johnson State Park. It's a beautiful area, and we've really enjoyed our week here.
Yeah, it's a really, honestly, awesome state park that's just, like she said, south of Hattiesburg or Hub City. Awesome state park, awesome history of the town, called Hub City due to its central location around multiple bigger cities around Hattiesburg. New Orleans, Jackson, Mississippi. It's not too far away from a lot of them, and a big rail depot, as you'll see here in a little bit.
Yes, definitely a huge rail depot. We visited the downtown district a lot this week. We saw several cute shops, a lot of dining, several pieces of artwork throughout the town. So we're really excited to show you what we've all seen.
So dining this week, the first thing that we had was the Southbound Bagels and Coffee Shop. It's a really, really quaint, old-timey breakfast diner, honestly.
Retro.
Yeah,
Very retro.
It was honestly really, really cool. It was like stepping, back into the past a little bit. It was, pretty clean. The food was great. We both got sausage, cheese, and egg bagels. And they weren't your typical New York style bagel you'll get a lot of other places. They were a lot more airy, crunchy, and they were honestly delicious.
Yes, it was super good. The other place that we ate this week was Ed's Burger Joint. And so this was, as it sounds like, a burger place. And I had the Roadhouse burger. Austin had the Heavy Eddie's burger. We split the fries. And then I had this very luxurious, over the top, however you want to say, huge milkshake, which I did not finish because, oh my God.
It was, when you order a milkshake somewhere, you don't expect it to be, gigantic.
It's an Instagram worthy milkshake, that is for sure. It will be going on our Instagram.
So the next thing that we had was the Midtowner, which was a really awesome breakfast, and they do lunch and other things. We just happened to go there for breakfast, but a breakfast diner. It was seriously delicious. Tara had eggs, bacon, cheese and grits, and pancakes, and then I had chicken and waffles, and both kind of shared things. The chicken and waffles was honestly the best chicken and waffles I've ever had. I didn't expect anything less being here in Mississippi. And then Tara.
Yeah, it was really good. I had cheddar grits, which are quite a southern thing, and so I really enjoyed those. It's been quite a while since I've had grits that good. So yeah, and then the last place we stopped to eat was the Depot, which is right across from the train depot, as the name kind of implies. We had been adventuring out all day, and I got the grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup. Austin had the club sandwich.
It was delicious.
Yeah, it was really good food. Quite a cute little place. I would definitely go there in the mornings, though, for coffee and that sort of thing, because they've got a whole coffee bar and all that good stuff. So it could be a really fun place. There's some outdoor seating as well, so when the weather's a little nicer.
Yeah, speaking of the weather, we got rain 3 days in a row while we were here in just south of Hattiesburg.
Yes, we did. And it's never fun to get stuck in the house when it rains, and it's surely not fun to get stuck in the camper when it rains.
Especially when you're wanting to get out, see the trails nearby, take the biking trails and everything. It's just kind of a bummer to be stuck in the camper whenever there's a bunch of fun things to be doing. So our adventures this week looked a little differently because of that.
Yes, and so it rained during the week, towards the end of the week. So once Saturday came around, which is usually the day that we do our big outdoor adventure, we did not. We decided to not go ahead and do that because of how rainy it had been, and we figured everything would be either too muddy to hike on, and then it was just cold.
So no kayaking because
No kayaking.
the water was going to be 25 degrees.
Yes. So we decided to go into the downtown district of Hattiesburg, do a little art tour, and that sort of thing. We stopped by the Lucky Rabbit, which is kind of a, it's
like an antiquities shop, but not antiques.
Yeah, it's
like a
wild
collector's
in there.
shop.
Yeah. It's collector shop. There's like different vendors and things like that. There's a Schitt's Creek like room replication, which is kind of interesting. I don't exactly know why they have it there. There wasn't like a sign that's like, yeah, this is why.
Yeah, it didn't seem to have a very good reason to be there, but there probably is. If you know why that was there, leave a comment. Tell us why.
Yeah. But there was tons of signs and just really cool, like, unique stuff.
With the Lucky Rabbit, the day that we actually got to go was the first Saturday of the month, which apparently they coordinate with a community event that happens on the same road just outside, where a lot of local vendors, street artists, stuff like that show up to sell their works or their products. Things ranging from, local food trucks, hot sauce vendors, people selling their art. It was a really, really neat thing to have going on all in that one space. We were able to fly the new drone, more details on that to come, around that area during that, so you can kind of get from the bird's eye view of what that kind of looked like.
And then after we went ahead and checked all of that downtown area out, we went on an art mural trail. So there's tons of local art in the area, from murals to they've got like their electrical boxes painted, they have statues, all those sorts of things. So we went up mostly for art murals, and we went to several of those around town, grabbed a few shots. So hopefully, haven't looked at the footage yet, but hopefully it turns out cool either way. Their artwork was beautiful, and it's always really fun to see that in a town. I feel like it brings some vibrancy, and you kind of get a feel of what the area is like.
Yeah, definitely. And they did a great job of documenting where that stuff is. You can find a list on their website, and that takes you to a Google Maps page where it has a pin on each of the locations, whether that's an electrical box that has been painted or whether that's one of the actual murals. It's super easy to find them. A lot of them are definitely walkable or bikeable. Some of them are pretty far apart. If you want to see a specific one, you might find yourself driving to it. But you can make an entire day out of coming here to Hattiesburg and just walking around, looking at local exhibits. It's honestly probably one of the most expansive collections of murals that we've seen in a city of this size.
Yes. And after that, we went ahead to the downtown area. There is an alley that contains the Pocket Museum, which was well noted on everything like Visit Hattiesburg. And so I was very curious as to what this was. And it's a adorable little alleyway. There is a window with kind of a display that happens each month, that they change out each month. And it's super cute.
Yeah, so we actually had the opportunity to talk with some of the people that help maintain it. They were super, super nice people. They're just taking care of it. So it was a really neat exhibit. I haven't really seen anything like that. But there's these little figurines all over. Tara got some pretty cool pictures and video of. Highly recommend you check it out. It can be a little difficult to find, but after talking to the people that help maintain it, they want it to be like that. They want you to kind of explore their downtown area. If you look hard enough online, you can find a pretty good idea of where it's at. But honestly, I would tell you just kind of show up in downtown and wander around a little bit. You'll stumble across it. Once you see it, it's hard to miss.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely not going to go by and be like, I don't know if I did or didn't. So it's all the little figurines are cute. They've done it in a way where it like works in with like the electrical boxes and like even just like the like maybe an indent in the brick. They'll put like little bikers or little people on horseback and things like that. It's adorable. There was also 2 murals in that area that we went and saw. I really enjoyed that. I think that was a great addition. And there was even like a mini art exhibit that I'll show you through the pictures and videos. And people leave their art in there, and then you can take a piece of art. So it's just a cute little community thing that I thought was really great for such a small town.
Yeah. As we mentioned, we stayed at the Paul B. Johnson State Park just south of Hattiesburg. We paid about $28 a night, and that was for full hookups, water, electric, and sewer. Like we mentioned, it was a little chilly here. Fortunately, we didn't have any issues with freezing water hoses or anything like that. So their system seems to be pretty well weatherproofed for that. Plenty of space between sites, a great amount of room. If you look at it, you'll notice that if you're trying to book online, you'll notice that there's gaps in some of the numberings. They used to have sites that were right next to each other. Right now we're in site 51. 52 used to be right next to it. They got rid of 52. We'll show you a picture of what that would have looked like. And at first we were kind of worried that somebody might be pointed next to us. But we double checked and site 52 no longer exists.
Yes, we were slightly panicked. But either way, there are a ton of sites here. I mean, there's easily over 100, and we were lucky enough to get one with a lake view of the Lake Krieger right behind us. And so there's tons of things to do here as far as there's lake activities, they've got a trail, they've got a disc golf course as well, and then obviously when it's a little bit warmer out, doing those lake activities would be quite fun.
Yeah, this seems like a really awesome place to be in, especially during like, the mid to late spring through the mid to late fall. Yeah. So super clean park. It has been honestly just a beautiful sight around here. The shower houses, especially clean. They're a little older, so you can tell that they've seen some wear and tear, but like they're not dirty by any means.
No, and they have I believe they have 2 or 3 shower houses throughout the park, and our shower house, and I believe the other ones as well, have 2 washers and 2 dryers that are coin operated. So that was really nice to not have to go off site to do that. And it was all right there at the shower house. So we really appreciate having that ability and flexibility to do it here and not have to go into town.
Yeah. So speaking of having to go into town, if you do have to, like we mentioned, it's only about a 25-30 minute drive. Nearest grocery stores are about that distance. You can find some maybe just a little bit closer, but once you get into Hattiesburg, pretty much everything's within reach. There's no shortage of like gas stations and stuff closer by if you just need to pop in for something essential. Most of those carry, milk, maybe eggs if you need them.
We have really enjoyed our stay here at Paul B. Johnson State Park. As we said, it's been a little chillier than we expected, which makes us very excited to head south. If you have any guesses on where we're heading south, leave it in the comments below. We'd love to see if you get it right. yeah, that could be kind of fun.
You guys can follow us on social media at Two Techie Travelers. That's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified each time a new video is released, hit the bell icon. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Leave a comment if you have any questions.